extended. You on borrow money and borrow time, signing names on dotted lines. You should draw a line real. I am legend in my city, I'm Will Smith. Got heel quick, I'ma cop a billboard in front of her house so she could look at it. Upper echelon of petty. Walk Kenny, take a little time.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, some tough breaks to start the year. They haven't been in sync. They haven't come up with the big play needed to win in certain games. They could really use a good showing here tonight to help rebuild their confidence. And the Wizards, a team many people felt would be an Eastern Conference champion at some point. Kenny, why have they not fulfilled those hopes?
Well, it's hard to rebuild or build a franchise into success when guys are hurt, guys don't get along, supposedly. You start to wonder, how long before they dismantle this shot?
And some teams are better than the sum of their parts. That takes chemistry, effort, and using guys correctly. The Wizards have been sort of trending the other direction.
I agree.
And now with the tip upcoming, we go courtside. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Well, the one thing I love seeing in these early games, seeing the wrinkles that the Stars have added, the new technique or the new move they've added, Doris, during their games they played over the summer.
It feels, Kevin, like if you are not improving over the summer in the NBA, you are falling behind. Case in point, right, is the big men in the NBA. Look at guys like Brook Lopez and Marc Gasol, now able to stretch their game out to three-point territory. So important to keep growing.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Clarkson is the 2 with Osman the 3. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And for Washington, at the forward spots, Miles and Hachimura. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bryant in at the center, filling out the middle. Wall passes to Bryant. The dish to Beal. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And so it's Washington with it, following the score by Cleveland. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I like the commitment from Bradley Beal to take it inside and attack the defender.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Garland kicks to Osman. Pass to Thompson. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Clarkson. The three-pointer, no good. Now, here's Miles. He's guarded closely. outside. Wall hits the three-point bomb.
Well, this is why it's important that John Wall has made steady improvement from three-point territory over the career. It's just incredible how much he's improved.
Now, here's Garland. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Love outside. Now, here's Garland. Covered by Wall. Garland, no good. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Wall. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. In the corner, Miles with it. Off target from three-point range. Cavaliers trailing. The baseline J. That one, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Beal taking his time here. Right side Wall. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's Garland. Beal with the block. To the paint, here's Miles, and then C.J. Miles with the dunk.
How good is that pass from John Wall? My man doing some work right now.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Stats for Clarkson. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 34-point game against Detroit. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, poked away. He's got a clear path. Here's Hachimura. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, you've got to credit the defense of Bradley Beal. Breaks it up defensively, gets out in transition. Nice.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 5. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Now here's Beal. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Beal's got his second basket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Osman, defended by Miles. To stop the run, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Beal, the pass to Bryant. Wall with a block.
Now, you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
Here's Here's Beal. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting two-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Beal.
You know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. And they'll keep possession. 4 on the shot clock. Garland, he's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. Wizards leading by 5. And Beal about a 25, 5 and 5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Osman. He had a big outing in that Magic game as well. Now Garland. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Tristan is starting to develop a sense for how to find contact and working his way to the line.
The Cavaliers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That free throw good from Thompson.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
And the Wizards making a change here. Brown's checked in. Nancy's checked in for Cleveland. Colin Sexton comes in for Clarkson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
Now here's Brown. And here's Wall outside. Garland with the rebound.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Wizards making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. John Henson's checked in for Cleveland. And Nance kicks to Henson. Nance dishes to Henson. Knocked away. Garland the pass to Sexton. 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Wall grabs the board. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 3-point game.
You just have to love that grit and effort on the glass. No problems battling for the basketball.
Now, here's Sexton. A 20-point game for him in the win against Orlando. Nance down low. Rebound by the Wizards.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Garland with it. Here's Beal. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Now, here's Garland. Covered by Wall. And here is Garland. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Outside, Wall. From down in the low post, it goes. Wall's got 5 now.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Garland, the pass to Henson. He dishes it to Sexton. Garland kicks to Henson. Cleveland moving it around, and Cleveland turns it over again.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. Last season, he played outstanding. 11th in scoring. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. Now here's Beal. He's got 12. Over Sexton. Mahinmi controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now a 10-point Washington lead.
Well, if you use your strength and your power and a little bit of relentlessness, as Jan Mahinmi does, he cleans up.
Passes it to Garland. Pass to Nance. Shot clock at 6. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Wizards leading by 8. Here's Mahinmi. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, one of the strengths of this Wizards team is their athleticism. Great in the open floor.
No doubt, Greg. You think about it. They finished 7th in the league in points off turnovers last season. They've got the personnel to thrive in transition, obviously. Good speed, good finishers at both the guard and forward positions. The question becomes half-court execution, and do you have enough shooting?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good for Mahinmi. We've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick, he is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position, without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
The shot's good from Nance.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now here's Thomas, and it's Smith, top of the key. There's 1:40 left here in the opening quarter. Thomas outside. A shot off that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Oh, Nance in position. Brown feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Smith. Outside Thomas. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Wagner. From deep, Thomas. And Henson pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Garland, the pass to Nance. And Wagner pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Down low, and Mahinmi with the stop.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Garland following the bucket by the Wizards. And Cleveland turns it over again.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got 4 rebounds now tonight. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Sexton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 4 on the clock. From deep. Bradley Beal. He's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. Being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Mahinmi is out there with Wagner. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Brown. And it's Thomas in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. The shot by Sexton, no good. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. Pass to Mahinmi. Dishes to Smith. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Wagner, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Bryant is checked in for Washington. C.J. Miles comes in for Troy Brown. Then for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love comes in for John Henson. And it's Clarkson in for Garland. Passes it to Bryant. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now here's Miles, defended by Jerebko. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Nance.
You know, Kevin, I don't think you can put a price on the experience C.J. Miles brings to the table. He is such a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Miles. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Here's Smith, following the basket by Colin Sexton. Takes a three. Rebound collected by Clarkson. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Knocked loose. Thompson dishes to Clarkson. Rebound, Washington.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Trying to get open is Thompson, and that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6 points.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Bryant finds Thomas. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
The shot's good from Jerebko.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Pass to Bryant. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's blocked.
Well, that's the athletic ability of Colin Sexton. Twice on the pipes. What a big-time vertical.
7-foot shot, and Cleveland again with the bucket. Washington leading now by 8. Smith outside. Back to Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Clarkson passes to Love. Clarkson against Smith. Clarkson kicks to Love. And Wagner pulls it down. The Wizards shooting about 42% so far. Clarkson against Smith. Outside Thomas. Launches it. No good that time. And Cleveland the other way now. Now Sexton. With the teardrop. And no good that time. Smith with the defensive effort.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause. Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Now, here's Sexton. Thompson left side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And that one misses. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Hachimura, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Bradley Beal comes in for Ish Smith. And John Wall subbed in for Thomas.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
Sexton dishes to Love. There's the pass to Osman. The open look here for Sexton. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Bryant passes to Hachimura. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And Sexton has it in the corner. Off target with his three. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Wizards. They've led by as many as 14 points. But he recovers it. Miles, that's for two. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Clarkson. Makes it off the glass. Clarkson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Wall looking it over. Baseline try. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Clarkson. And there it is for him. Clarkson's got 6 points in the quarter.
How about Jordan Clarkson? The ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play.
High post try, and that one is good from Bradley Beal. And the Wizards lead by 8.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
For years, guys, obviously we thought about the Cavaliers as one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. Last year, obviously a very different story. They had a couple of shooters, but they lacked the kind of stars that could draw the defenses away.
Troy Brown's checked in for the Wizards.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 16 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he had to pay his dues that rookie campaign, earning his stripes. A lot of people think he could have a breakout year this season.
Well, when you hear it from his coaches and his teammates, they've been singing his praises. So let's see if he can prove them right.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning. Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. To the wing on the left. And here's Love from the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Bryant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fades. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Wall finds Beal. Pass Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Every season you see Bradley Beal add an element to his game. This guy is a tenacious, versatile scorer.
Sexton with it. 6 points for him. Love can't hit. Here's Hachimura. Feeds to Beal. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Big time tough play by Beal right there, unfazed by the foul.
And one issue that has been a trouble spot for the Wizards for years now, outside shooting.
You know what, Greg, last year they made a real attempt to take more threes. So they do that, but then they finished 4th worst in three-point percentage. That is not a recipe for success. Listen, they know they want to be a team that can shoot from deep, but they've got to find more consistency, right?
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. The Cavaliers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
This quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Mahinmi. He's got 6, kicks the wall. Back to Mahinmi. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, listen, if you're going to let Mahinmi square up from the mid-range, you may be in for a surprise. This guy has worked diligently on that aspect of his game.
Mahinmi against Henson. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Osman. Here's Garland. Washington with the rebound. Led by as many as 14 points. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Wall, that's good.
Oh, the silky touch of John Wall floats that one in over the outstretched hands of the defense.
Now, here's Garland. Passes it to Clarkson. Shoots over Beal. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Wizards leading by 9. Beal, the pass to Mahinmi. And Henson sends it back. Here's Clarkson. Hachimura grabs the miss. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Wall. Stolen by Garland.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2-for-1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it. Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
Wall finds Mahinmi. A floater. Beal can't get it to go. Beal against Clarkson. second left. And so that brings the first half to a close. Wizards lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points and 1 steal. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight he's got it going again. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Give it up for Bradley Beal. He's been awesome. Physical tools, 6'5", good athlete, terrific touch on the jumper. Scary thing, he's only getting better.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better, into a better rhythm in the second half, and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 7. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Cleveland, the duo inside, Love and Thompson. Clarkson is the 2 with Osman the 3. And it's Garland in at the point. And so it's Washington with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Hachimura. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Love.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And that one falls for Hachimura. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these 2 players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
One shot.
obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
And that one misses.
Well, we know this. John Wall is a great scorer, but let's not forget that over the course of his career, he's always been looking to create for others as well. Now, sometimes he can get a little ahead of himself, but the unselfishness shows in his assist totals.
Now, here's Miles. 6 points for him, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Outside, Wall. 3-pointer.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 22 points. And with Wall, the assists are always high. But Doris, his turnovers are up there too, unfortunately.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. I think part of that is because John Wall plays the game at breakneck speed. You hope as the years go on, he becomes more efficient in terms of his decision-making.
The 5th pick back in 2008 out of UCLA, Doris, Kevin Love, giving back to his alma mater.
That's right. He matched Russell Westbrook for the largest ever donation by a former student athlete. Named in his honor now, the Kevin Love Strength and Conditioning Center is helping others pursue their dreams. How cool is that?
Free throw good, Beal.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
And he can't hit the second.
We are talking about an elite 2-guard. Bradley Beal can shoot it. He can guard virtually any position on the floor, and his ability to elevate his playmaking skills has changed the equation.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jerebko's checked in, Beal, and that one's on target from the wing. Beal's got 24.
With his athleticism and that beautiful jumper, Beal has a chance to be one of the best 2 guards in the NBA.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Misses off the right iron.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Wizards have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Washington making some changes. Mo Wagner's checked in for Hachimura, and Isaiah Thomas subbed in for John Wall. And Bryant, no good on that one.
And obviously, Doris, last year was a rough one for the Cavs. But
if you're searching for bright spots, they did play fairly disciplined basketball.
I think you're right, Greg. When you think of all the new faces, they were only 9th in the league in turnovers, 6th in personal fouls. They didn't give a ton away, but the problem is they couldn't create much on the offensive end.
Thomas, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Clarkson against Beal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Jordan Clarkson tends to draw a lot of contact. If you look at his career, he doesn't end up at the free throw line as often as you'd think.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
They throw good. Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Smith checked in for Washington. Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Wizards leading by 7. Outside Thomas. Looking to get it going. And it's good on the way in.
Well, Isaiah Thomas with the spectacular dribble drive. What a feel for this basketball game.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Thomas. From the stripe. They get it again. Here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Thomas feeling it out a bit, and it's blocked. They recover it. The shot's good from Bryant. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And here is Garland. Back to Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Jerebko. The shot, no good. And it's Washington the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Smith against Clarkson. And the pass to Bryant. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And that one good from Clarkson.
Well, we understand that Jordan Clarkson is strong enough to take contact and continue through to play. Nice aggressiveness.
Now here's Thomas for 3. Rebounded by Jerebko. Now here's Sexton, covered by Smith. Back to Sexton. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Garland with it. Thomas is on him. Garland, no good.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Thomas kicks to Bryant. Pass to Miles. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Jerebko. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 7. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
And here's a look at the stats for Smith, how he performed last season. He was around 9 points per last year, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's. So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
They get it back. Wagner can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now, here's Garland. Passes to Jerebko. Here's Clarkson. Softly drops in the floater. Clarkson's got 28 points for the game. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
So for the Wizards, Mahinmi comes in for Mo Wagner, and it's Brown in for C.J. Miles. Cleveland also making some changes. Henson's checked in for Thompson, and Larry Nance is subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Got a hand on it.
And this is what Nance Jr. is capable of. Send it back.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
Both free throws good from Smith. And Doris for Brooks. He'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
Washington leading now by 9. Banked in off the glass.
Isaiah Thomas has a tremendous basketball IQ. His instinct is to score. But can he get his guys open? You bet.
Now, here's Sexton. 6 points for him. Pass to Garland. Back to Sexton. The pass to Nance. Kicks it to Garland. Over Smith. Garland, no good.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him, there's no doubt.
Smith outside. It's stolen by Jerebko. Out to the wing. Sexton the pass to Henson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Washington leading now by 9. Outside Thomas. Inside Mahinmi, and Mahinmi with the stuff.
That's how it's done, my man. Jan Mahinmi attacks the rim. No one gets in his way.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jerebko for three. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Down kicks to Bryant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
The first one falls. John Wall's checked in for Ish Smith. A switch here also for Cleveland. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Jonas Jerebko. Bryant hits them both. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Now Garland. Pass to Sexton. And Garland has it in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Garland's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Thomas passes to Brown. Shot on the wing, and the shot is long. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Oh, Nance in position.
This is what Larry Nance brings to the table. Physical ability, versatility, commitment to getting better.
Thomas passes to Bryant. And here's Wall. Bryant looking over the floor. Over Nance. And a nice shot by Bryant. Bryant's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Jetty Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence. Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Wing shot on the way. Wall, no luck.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Osman kicks to Sexton. Pass to Nance. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Bryant. To the middle, here's Mahinmi.
And I think everyone knows when Mahinmi gets the ball inside, often the better choice is to foul him, and we'll see if he can make them pay for that.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And this is where Mahinmi gets into some trouble, right? You think over his career, percentage-wise, it has not improved as a foul shooter.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Bradley Beal comes in for Thomas. And Cleveland also making a change. Love's checked in for Henson. And he sinks the second. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Garland, the pass to Sexton. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And the shot goes in. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense. Garland
with it. 5 points in the game. kicks to Osman with 2 seconds left, and the jumper falls for him. Osman's got 7.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And so it's the Washington Wizards ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now, here's Garland. The dish now to Sexton. 6 to shoot. Osman, the pass to Nance. And it's sent back by Bryant. Beal from long range. Tries again. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Wizards. Here's Garland. The feed to Nance. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Bryant. To the inside. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 4 this quarter.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
Love, right side. Right wing. And here is Garland. Back to Love. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Osman misses the 3. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Love. Beal with the steal. Nance against Bryant. Here's Hachimura. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Washington making a change here. Miles has checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Clarkson's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Pass to Nance. He kicks it to Garland. Now the pass to Clarkson. Clock at 4. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And it's Washington's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. It's Miles on the wing. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Wizards lead by 19.
getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And finished off by Beal.
But John Wall, such an opportunistic defender. What a great job getting his teammate a look.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. Now, here's Garland. Clarkson on the wing. No good on the triple.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. Love deciding where to go with it. Here's Osman. Drops one in from the wing.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by the Wizards.
Ball passes to Bryant. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. He hits both from the stripe. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Now Garland. Pass to Clarkson. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Power down with both hands.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
Ball with it. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Osman, defended by Miles. Passes to Garland. Clarkson on the wing. Shoots. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Beal gets a wide open look. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And that's 31 points for Beal.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Here's Garland. Love outside. Three-pointer. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Thompson, just a spectacular athlete, and so muscular. He is so crafty on how he draws fouls while shooting.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And here is Garland. Here's Clarkson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Miles the pass to Hachimura. And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And Thomas has it in the corner. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. To the paint. Here's Wagner. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Left side, Knight. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Knight's got his first points of the game.
We're talking about one of the more dangerous long-range shooters in the game. Knight knows he's got talent and not afraid to show it.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Wagner. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Fade away. The shot missing. And Cleveland the other way now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Knight dishes to Jerebko. Knight looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. And Wagner pulls it down. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Wagner. Outside Thomas. Here's Wagner. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 5 rebounds tonight and finished off by Porter.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Jones against Porter. Jones, no luck.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Washington.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Bradley Beal.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Now Thomas, Brandon Knight missing on the three. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
I tell you have to respect Isaiah Thomas's physicality. He may have a small frame, but a big-time heart and big-time energy.
Free throw good, Thomas. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
So he gets them both.
There's 2 things you always hear about Isaiah Thomas. He's about heart and he's about desire. And there's a willingness to put a team on his shoulders when necessary.
Now here is Dellavedova. Porter outside. It's hauled in by Thomas. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The pass to Schofield. Wizards passing it around. But they'll get another chance.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.